Just minutes ago, a convoy of blacked-out federal SUVs swarmed the G-Unit headquarters in New York, and what the FBI took out of that building will change the face of hip-hop forever. We are talking about a catastrophic, history-altering security breach. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the man who built an empire on being untouchable, has just committed the ultimate sin. In a now-deleted, accidental upload of the master trailer for his upcoming documentary, The Reckoning, 50 Cent did the unthinkable. He flashed the unredacted names, photos, and current locations of over a dozen high-profile federal witnesses. These aren't just random people. These are the invisible informants who have been building the most explosive RICO cases in history. The feds are in a state of absolute fury. The street codes have been shattered, and right now, 50 Cent is sitting in a room with federal agents while his hard drives are being decrypted. Is this the end of the G-Unit mogul, or was this accident the most cold-blooded hit in the history of the game? You aren't going to believe who is on that list. Stick around because the industry is burning and we have the ashes. To understand why the FBI just shattered the windows of G-Unit's headquarters, you have to understand the man behind the curtain. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson isn't just a rapper. He is a psychological warfare expert. From the moment he survived 9 bullets in South Jamaica, Queens, he learned a lethal lesson. In the game of power, information is a more effective weapon than any hollow point round. For 20 years, 50 Cent has used that information to systematically dismantle every enemy who dared to cross his path. Whether it was the collapse of Murder Incorporated, the public humiliation of Rick Ross, or the recent, devastating takedown of Sean Diddy Combs, 50 Cent has transitioned from the king of the diss track to the king of the documentary. But his latest project, The Reckoning, was promised to be something different. This wasn't just going to be another gossip video or a collection of old stories. 50 Cent spent over 18 months and reportedly millions of his own cash building a high-security digital bunker. His mission? To clean up the industry by exposing the invisible threads that connect the music world to the underworld. For months, the hype has been building, with 50 teasing that he had footage the feds couldn't even obtain through subpoenas. He positioned himself as the industry's unofficial whistleblower, the only man with enough money and enough don't give a damn attitude to tell the truth. However, this truth-teller persona created a massive, invisible target on his back. You see, the federal government doesn't like competition. While 50 Cent was out there investigating and gathering receipts, the Department of Justice was watching him with growing concern. Our insider sources suggest that the FBI's Music Industry Task Force had already sent 3 high-level cease and desist warnings to 50 Cent's legal team in the last 6 months alone. They claimed his documentary contained sensitive investigative materials that could compromise ongoing RICO operations. 50's response was classic G-Unit. He posted a photo of a stack of legal papers being used as a coaster for his cognac with a caption that read, "I don't work for the government. I work for the culture." This defiance set the stage for an inevitable collision. The rap industry has always been governed by the Code of Silence, a sacred, unspoken rule that you never, under any circumstances, point a finger at a cooperating witness. But 50 Cent has spent his entire career burning that rulebook. He knew that the only way to truly reckon with the industry was to show the world who was really talking behind closed doors. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Every major label executive and every street-affiliated rapper knew that The Reckoning was a ticking time bomb. What they didn't expect was for the bomb to go off in the editing room. When that trailer hit the internet today, it wasn't just a leak, it was a security breach of national proportions. By exposing the faces and names of people currently under federal protection, 50 Cent didn't just start a rap beef, he declared war on the American justice system. The raid on his office wasn't just about seizing a video, it was about the FBI trying to reclaim control over a narrative that 50 Cent had already stolen from them. The history was there, the warnings were ignored, and now, the industry is forced to watch as the man who survived 9 bullets faces his biggest challenge yet, a federal government that wants its secrets back. The digital apocalypse began at exactly 2:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For months, 50 Cent had been teasing a final trailer, that would change everything, and when the notification hit 34 million phones simultaneously, the internet collectively held its breath. The video, titled The Reckoning, No More Hiding, started with a high production value we've come to expect from G-Unit film and television. Dark cinematic lighting, heavy bass, and 50 Cent's voiceover promising a new era of accountability. But as the clock hit the 4:22 mark, the polished editing suddenly shattered. For exactly 11 minutes, the most dangerous document in America was visible to anyone with a screen recording app. It wasn't a flashy graphic or a cinematic reenactment. It was a raw, unedited internal spreadsheet titled Doge Protected Recipients, Active Cooperating Sources 2024 to 2026. In those terrifying seconds, the code of silence wasn't just broken, it was incinerated. We're talking about high-resolution photos, real legal names, and current GPS-coordinated safe house locations of over a dozen individuals who are the backbone of the Fed's biggest cases against the music industry. The panic was instantaneous. Within seconds, the leak was being screen-grabbed and blasted across private Discord servers and encrypted Telegram chats. This wasn't just a oops moment in the editing room. This was a hit list. Among the names were figures the public sees every single day: a top-tier manager for a Grammy-winning drill artist, a personal security chief for a global pop star, and, most shockingly, a platinum-selling rapper who has built his entire brand on the no-snitching mantra. The betrayal felt by the fans was visceral. People were watching their idols be exposed as federal pawns in real time. By 2:25 p.m., 50 Cent's team realized the catastrophe and scrubbed the video from every platform. But it was 11 minutes too late. The damage was done. The feds didn't wait for a polite phone call. At 3:05 p.m., a tactical unit of the FBI, supported by New York's Joint Terrorism Task Force, descended upon the G-Unit offices. This wasn't a standard search and seizure. This was a full-scale tactical breach. Witnesses on the street reported seeing agents in heavy body armor, carrying battering rams and specialized signal jamming equipment to prevent any more data from being uploaded to the cloud. Inside the building, the scene was pure cinematic trauma. Reports from panicked G-Unit staffers say 50 Cent was in the middle of a high-stakes board meeting when the doors were kicked off their hinges. He didn't run. He didn't hide. According to a leaked audio recording from a staffer's hidden phone, 50 was heard laughing as agents swarmed his desk. "You think you can stop the signal?" he shouted over the noise of crashing equipment. "The world already saw it. You're too late to save your rats." The FBI wasn't just there for the trailer. They were there for the gold master drives, the raw, unedited footage of every interview 50 Cent had conducted over the last 2 years. They spent hours ripping servers out of the walls and bagging every encrypted hard drive in the facility. The rap industry stood still, watching the live streams of black SUVs hauling away the very receipts 50 had promised to show the world. It looked like the feds had finally won. It looked like 50 Cent had finally played a game he couldn't win. But as the agents were loading the final crates of electronics into their vans, the first shocking twist emerged from the chaos. A high-ranking digital forensics expert, who spoke to us on the condition of absolute anonymity, revealed that while the FBI was busy seizing the primary servers, a secondary, hidden partition was discovered. This partition wasn't filled with witness names. It was a folder encrypted with military-grade software titled Project Clean House, Doge Payroll. The rumor currently paralyzing the legal community is that 50 Cent didn't accidentally leak those witness names to be sloppy. He did it to force a raid. Why? Because the witnesses he exposed were actually low-level distractions. The real data he wanted the world to see, the data he knew the feds would have to seize publicly, was evidence that high-ranking federal officials have allegedly been taking massive bribes from music industry moguls to disappear evidence. By forcing the FBI to raid his office in front of rolling news cameras, 50 Cent has ensured that if that payroll data goes missing now, the whole world will know the feds destroyed it. He didn't just expose the snitches. He allegedly caught the police in the act of protecting them. The hunter has become the hunted. 50 Cent didn't lose his footage to the FBI. He delivered a Trojan horse directly into their evidence locker. As the feds drove away with his drives, 50 was seen on his balcony, lit cigar in hand, watching them leave with a look of pure, cold-blooded victory. The conflict has moved from the streets to the highest levels of the government, and the first twist has proven that in 50 Cent's world, an accident is usually a death sentence for his enemies. As the sun began to set over the cordoned-off streets of South Jamaica, Queens, the digital world was already in a state of total, unadulterated anarchy. The raid on G-Unit's headquarters didn't just trend, it paralyzed the internet. Within 60 minutes, the hashtags #50 Cent is the feds and #The Reckoning had surpassed 10 million mentions. But this wasn't just fans arguing in the comments, this was a full-scale information war. The escalation hit a breaking point when a verified former DOJ technical consultant began a live thread on X, leaking snippets of the accidental list that 50 Cent's trailer had briefly flashed. The names weren't just shocking, they were career-ending. According to the leaks, the list included a Grammy-winning rapper from Atlanta who has built his entire 10-year legacy on never talking to the law. Within minutes, viral videos surfaced of fans in the streets literally burning that artist's vinyl records and designer collaborations. The sense of betrayal was visceral, a raw, bleeding wound in the heart of the culture. The code of silence had been replaced by a digital lynch mob, and everyone was looking for someone to blame. But while the streets were hunting for rats, a much more dangerous game was being played in the shadows of the dark web. At precisely 6 p.m., a dead man's switch, a pre-programmed automated script, was triggered on a private, offshore server located in a non-extradition zone. A new video, encrypted and mirrored across a dozen hidden sites, was automatically blasted to every major news outlet and gossip blog in the country. In this footage, 50 Cent is seen sitting in a dimly lit, high-security room, looking directly into the camera with that signature, cold-blooded smirk. He isn't panicked. He isn't hiding. He looks like a man who just finished a masterpiece. If you're watching this, 50 says, his voice calm and steady, it means they took the drives. It means they fell for the bait. The names I leaked in that trailer? Those weren't the real witnesses. Those were the names of the people the feds have been protecting because they are the real high-level assets. The second unexpected twist hit the industry like a freight train. The revelation was staggering. 50 Cent claimed he had spent the last 18 months feeding the FBI poison pill data, sophisticated, fabricated information designed to look like a goldmine of evidence. He led them to build their biggest RICO cases on a foundation of absolute lies. This means every warrant, every wiretap, and every indictment the FBI has issued in the last 2 years might be legally compromised. 50 Cent didn't just accidentally leak names. He planted a digital virus in the heart of the American justice system. But the reveal didn't stop there. 50 Cent claimed that the witness list everyone was currently losing their minds over was actually a list of undercover federal agents and decoys embedded deep within the music industry. By flashing their faces to 34 million people, 50 Cent didn't just expose snitches. He effectively burned the identities of an entire secret federal task force. In one 11-minute error, he had dismantled years of undercover work. He didn't just break the rules, he deleted the entire game. As the realization of this poison pill strategy spread, the backlash from the industry's elite was instantaneous and terrifying. A leaked memo, allegedly from a Big 3 record label CEO, ordered every artist on the roster to delete their social media accounts and go dark indefinitely. The legal community is in a tailspin. If 50 Cent's claims are true, he hasn't just committed a crime. He has committed an act of information terrorism against the DOJ, the cliffhanger that has the whole world holding its breath. Just minutes after the dark web video went viral, 50 Cent's lead attorney released a one-sentence statement that has sent the feds into a blind panic. The drives the FBI seized today are equipped with a self-destruct encryption that will wipe every government server they are plugged into, unless the DOJ drops every single pending industry indictment by midnight. 50 Cent didn't just survive a raid. He turned the FBI's own evidence locker into a ticking time bomb. The question now isn't if 50 Cent is going to jail, it's whether the feds can afford to keep him there. The digital world didn't just react to the G-Unit raid. It fractured into a state of total, uncurable paranoia. By 9 p.m., the internet was no longer a place for memes. It had become a battlefield of raw emotion, betrayal, and absolute terror. From the high-rise penthouses of Manhattan to the recording studios of Atlanta, the 50 Cent effect was dismantling reputations at the speed of light. On Instagram Live, the scene was pure, unadulterated trauma. We witnessed a legendary, multi-platinum producer, a man who has shaped the sound of the last 2 decades, breaking down in a fit of rage and tears. Holding up a screenshot of the leaked trailer, his voice trembled with a mix of fury and fear. "He's playing with our lives, man. This isn't rap beef. This is families, this is kids, this is decades of work being burned for a few clicks." That single live stream garnered 4 million viewers in 10 minutes, triggering a wave of #cancel50 hashtags from industry insiders who are calling this move an act of cultural treason. But while the industry elite were panicking, the street was having a completely different reaction. On TikTok and YouTube, truth seekers and hardcore 50 Cent fans were celebrating like it was New Year's Eve. They started a viral movement called #TheGreatCleanup, arguing that 50 Cent is the only person with the balls to expose the industry plants and federal informants who have been manipulating the culture for years. "If you ain't snitching, why you twitching?" became the slogan of the night. The division is now a canyon. You are either a loyalist to the old code of silence or a rebel who wants to see the entire corrupt system burned to the ground. The major record labels, the Big Three, went into an immediate, unprecedented lockdown. Our insider sources at a major label in Los Angeles report that an emergency kill switch memo was sent to every artist on the roster. The instructions were cold and clear. Delete all DMs. Suspend all social media. Do not, under any circumstances, mention 50 Cent or the documentary. The legal team is now in control of your accounts. We saw some of the biggest names in the game, artists who usually post 10 times a day, suddenly go dark. Their profiles turn to black squares, signaling a level of fear we haven't seen since the 1990s. The news networks were no better. CNN and Fox News brought on high-level legal analysts to debate the poison pill strategy. One former FBI assistant director appeared on air looking visibly shaken, stating that if 50 Cent's claim about the self-destruct encryption is true, the DOJ is facing its biggest cybersecurity threat in history. "This isn't just a rapper being a nuisance," he warned. "This is a man who has turned himself into a sovereign intelligence entity. He is holding the American justice system hostage with a hard drive." Meanwhile, the witnesses named in the leak are facing a living nightmare. Reports are surfacing of safe houses being swarmed by digital vigilantes trying to verify the GPS coordinates 50 Cent leaked. The feds are reportedly in a frantic race to relocate over 20 high-profile informants in a single night, a logistical impossibility. One viral, and potentially fake, report claimed that a top 5 rapper named in the leak was spotted at a private airport in New Jersey, trying to board a non-stop flight to Dubai with 6 suitcases and no security detail. The public debate is reaching a fever pitch. Some call 50 Cent a fallen hero, while others call him the ultimate snitch. But the most haunting reaction came from a leaked group chat of several A-list moguls. One message, allegedly from a billionaire rapper, simply read, "We let him get too big. We thought he was just a troll. Now he's the judge, the jury, and the executioner." The industry isn't just mad, it is paralyzed. The fear is no longer about getting caught. It's about the fact that 50 Cent has already caught everyone, and he's just waiting for the right moment to hit upload. The tension is so thick it's suffocating. Fans are divided, celebrities are hiding, and the feds are cornered. The world is realizing that 50 Cent didn't just raid the industry's secrets, he raided its soul. And the statement released by a G-Unit associate just moments ago has fueled the fire even more. The office was just the appetizer. The main course is coming at 9 a.m. Hope y'all got your lawyers on speed dial. Just when the world thought 50 Cent had played his final card with the poison pill, encryption, the most chilling update of this entire saga hit the dark web at 2 a.m. It wasn't a trailer, and it wasn't a meme. It was a live GPS-tracked countdown timer on a site called The Reckoning, gov.rip. The background of the site was a grainy, high-altitude thermal image of a secure federal holding facility in New Jersey, the very place where 50 Cent was reportedly being interrogated. But here is the final shocking twist that has left every political and entertainment analyst in a state of absolute paralysis. A photo was leaked from a high-ranking source inside that facility. In the image, 50 Cent isn't in an orange jumpsuit. He isn't behind bars. He is sitting in a soundproofed executive briefing room, dressed in a bespoke Tom Ford suit, eating a medium-rare steak dinner. But it's the two men sitting across from him that have sent the internet into a black hole of conspiracy. They aren't FBI agents. They aren't even American. According to facial recognition software being run by frantic digital activists, these men are high-level operatives for a global private intelligence firm that specializes in sovereign debt and information extraction. The realization hit the industry like a physical blow. The raid wasn't a raid. It was a handoff. 50 Cent didn't accidentally leak those witness names to the public to be sloppy. He leaked them to trigger a specific crisis protocol that forced the feds to move him to this specific black site facility.
Why?
Because 50 Cent has reportedly signed a multi-billion-dollar deal to turn G-Unit Film and Television into a private intelligence agency. He didn't just want to expose the music industry, he wanted to own the evidence that controls it. The witnesses he burned were the low-level assets that the feds were using to protect the real monsters. By exposing the small fish, 50 Cent has forced the big fish out into the open. As the 9 a.m. countdown clock ticks closer to zero, a frantic energy has taken over Washington, D.C. and Hollywood. 50 Cent's lead strategist just dropped a voice note on an encrypted channel that is now being played on every major news loop. In the clip, 50's voice is a low, menacing whisper. The list y'all saw today? That was just the B list. That was the managers, the bodyguards, the rappers who think they're tough. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'm dropping the list. And that one doesn't just have moguls on it. That one has a former president and 3 sitting senators who were on the entertainment payroll for 20 years. The screen of the countdown site just refreshed with a new headline. The ultimate receipt, the political connection. The implication is staggering. 50 Cent isn't just taking down Diddy or the rap game. He is allegedly about to prove that the music industry has been used as a massive money laundering machine for high-level political campaigns. He has the bank transfers. He has the flight logs. He has the hidden camera footage from the white parties that were never supposed to see the light of day. The cliffhanger is almost too much to bear. As of this second, every private jet at Teterboro Airport is being grounded by the FAA. The feds are in a standoff with 50 Cent's private security team at the Jersey facility. No one knows if the 9 a.m. upload will be blocked by a national security injunction or if the truth is already in the air, impossible to catch. 50 Cent's final words before the cameras were cut? I survived 9 bullets. You think a subpoena is gonna stop me? 9 a.m. The world changes. The industry is holding its breath. The government is scrambling. And 50 Cent? He's just finishing his steak. Who is on the A list? Is the system about to collapse? Or is 50 Cent about to become the most powerful man in America? Stay tuned, because 9 a.m. is coming, and God help us all. Unbelievable. We're less than 12 hours away from the 9 a.m. A-list leak that could topple the entire U.S. government and the music industry. 50 Cent has the world in a chokehold, and we are the only ones tracking every encrypted signal. Do you think 50 Cent is a hero for finally burning the system down, or is he a dangerous man who has gone too far? Drop 9 a.m. in the comments if you're ready for the names. Smash that like button and subscribe with all notifications on. When that list drops, you'll hear it here first. Don't blink. The reckoning is here.